just wanted to say this first of all. I'm extremely proud of you. And I'm proud of our coaches too. That was a tough week we had. We had a tough loss. Real emotional loss, had a lot of distractions. We knew we were going to get their best. That was their Super Bowl, man. They had a week off, all that, and we got their best. We had some of our top players out, man, but everybody stepped up. And that's a big-time win right there. We got a big victory. We got a week off, and then we got 3 big ones now. Yeah. We got 3 big ones. All right, so it's all right before it. But I'm real proud of you, man. Where's Prince Tagan? Gave a great pregame speech. He's going to go ahead and sing the fight song.
Y'all ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. War Eagles, never the conquer, never the yield. War Eagles, never the truth. I don't know them to go, go, go. On the big fish, I got it back. Give it that, say that when you're hey. War Eagles, never all. I don't know that. Hey!
Yeah, we just move on to the next game, move on to the next point. We just came out on Monday. You know, we just put all that behind us, put LSU behind us, and moved on. And we got to move on, you know, for this stretch. Came out focused on Ole Miss. You know, we came out in front of the best fans of college football, so we just put on the show for them.
I don't know. I just saw him like standing like right there, and it was like a pile. And all I could think about was just like trying to get a touchdown. And you know, I just like pick him up and like I was thinking about slamming him. I was just trying to like get him in the end zone, and it just happened. But that was my mindset, just trying to get a touchdown.
Just the energy, man. We had good energy today out there on the field, and everybody communicated. We know there's a big run team leading the SEC in rushing, so we just told each other just do our job, and that's what it came down to.
Really, I was just doing my job, and I seen one of the guys become open, so I took off towards him. He tried to go past me, so the quarterback finna get sacked through it. I caught it, just trying to make a play. I was thinking about getting down. I seen too much field though, so I had to take it.
Everybody just stepped up. The entire team just stepped up and just rallying between each other because, like, we know this is not the end of the road for us. And everybody know what we got ahead of us right now, and we just stepped up and just do what we got to do.
Next man up, man. We train the young guys just like we train, you know, the young older. I mean, like we train all the same together. So I mean, when one hop off and then the other one on, we want that same production when the second guys get in.
It feels real great, you know, just celebrating. This is not my team, you know, you celebrate with your family, so just celebrate with them, you know, getting that bad feeling out of our mouth from last week, you know, it's just putting us back on track.
Last 3 games, 1 game at a time, and it's as simple as that. We just take it 1 game at a time, and that's what we do, and regroup and pray for the best.
The Auburn Football Review, featuring Coach Ralph Shug-Jordan.
Be sharp, be ready. Tonight's what our program's all about.
I'm proud of every one of you.
This team has the it factor.
The official Auburn post-game show since 1954. This is the Auburn Football Review with head coach Gus Malzahn, presented by Toyota.
Welcome to the Auburn Football Review presented by Toyota. Auburn wins against Ole Miss by a score of 20-14. A little bit of a sigh of relief after this one, but a win nonetheless.
It's a win.
It's a win, and you know, give those guys credit. They had a week off. We knew they'd come in here like their hair was on fire. Sure enough, they did. Real proud of our team, though. You know, we didn't play with 2 of our leaders, 2 of our best players. We had guys step up. Offensively, I thought we did some really good things. You know, we had 500 yards offense. We only put 20 points on the board. We got to clean some things up. Defensively, we were worried about their chunk yards on the run game. They only had 2 plus 20-yard gains, and so really proud of our defense.
It's a head scratcher when you look at the stats for this game because the scoreboard doesn't match the post-game stats.
Well, you know, we had an opportunity. I think we missed 3 field goals. We had a couple opportunities for points. We fumbled going in one time, and then we fumbled on the zone read, you know, when we had some momentum going with that. And I think we were 12 of 21 on 3rd downs. But there was a lot of good things, but there's some things that we can take away in this off week and really clean up.
It is an off week coming up for the Tigers. Let's take a look at the first half highlights.
Carlson puts a foot into it. Ely will field this one behind the goal line, brings it out across the 10, 20, out to the 25-yard line, and he is taken down there at the 25-yard line. So Ole Miss 1st and 10 at its own at 25. On 4th and 3 for Ole Miss. The snap. Plumlee with time throws the slant, incomplete, and Auburn will take over on downs. First down, flip out to Eli Stowe, cuts it upfield off the left side, stays on his feet. Stowe goes out of bounds at the 34-yard line for the Tigers. Corral on third down to throw, does, out into the flat. Oh, what a stop. Oh, what a stop.
Is that Derek Brown
It
playing
sure
in
was.
coverage?
Derek Brown takes down Jerry and Ely. On second down for Auburn. Play clock at 4. Nix steps back to throw. Floats it out to DJ Williams up the right sideline. First down and more. DJ Williams out of bounds. This is from 20 yards right in the middle of the field. Snap down. The kick is on the way, and Auburn is on the scoreboard. Nix with the play action to Shivers. Wants to throw it. Does. He has Joyner wide open. 50-yard line, 45-40. With a man in front of him, that's Shed Jackson. Joyner down the sideline. He's to the 5. And Joyner is down inside the 5-yard line. From the left hash, first down and goal. A man in motion. DJ Williams gets the carry. Puts his head down. Strings forward. Is he in? He is. Touchdown, Auburn! DJ Williams from 1 yard out. And with 2:34 to go in the first half of play.
Have the lead at the half, Coach. You have to feel good about that lead, but Ole Miss gets the late touchdown to get it within a score at the end of the first half.
Yeah, that was, I think we were up by 10, and of course we were in 2-minute mode. We were thinking we had a chance to get some more points, and then we had to punt, and they had the big punt return, and we didn't cover well, and that's really uncharacteristic. We hadn't done that really since the first part of the season. Give them credit. They made it right there, the momentum right there at halftime.
What was your message to your ball club? Because you know you're going to get the ball coming out of the halftime, trying to get the momentum back after they score in the final seconds of the first half of play.
Yeah, it was all about that. Is hey, we get the ball. We have a good idea what they're doing now. Let's make sure we run the football. We had a big-time drive. And we scored 7 points. I think we had a 13-play drive again, had a field goal. So those were 2 big drives in the third quarter.
You used your depth in the backfield tonight, and sometimes you were substituting on almost every play. So you kept guys fresh tonight.
We really tried to do that, and we've got a lot of running backs that can play, and so we tried to do that. I thought Bo Nix managed the game well, too. I thought he did some good things. We were really close to having a few more explosive plays than we did, but a lot of good things out there.
Bo Nix is a career night for Bo. Your thoughts about his play in this one tonight, Coach?
I thought he did a good job. Thought he did a good job managing the game. I thought he did a good job with his legs on the zone read. He kept a couple right there that were big plays. And then those 2 big third downs in the fourth quarter I thought were huge, because they had the momentum after they scored. And we had the third downs, and we flipped the field and missed a field goal, but we flipped the field.
We'll take a look at those drives when we come back on the Auburn Football Review presented by Toyota.
The Auburn Football Review is presented by Verizon. One family, many unlimited plans. And by Toyota. Let's go places.
Lunch. Get 0% APR for 48 months on a new 2019 Toyota Tacoma. That's 0% APR on the Toyota Tacoma. Power runs in the family. Toyota, let's go places.
Hey, I'm Jamie Johnson. When we reach the age of 18, voting becomes our civic duty. But what if it was our job? We wouldn't be so quick to call in sick or go back home if the lines are too long, or just dismiss the idea altogether. Elections are also how we collectively write the song that tells our story, and voting is our solitary voice. So register to vote and go get your government-issued photo ID and add your voice to the song of Alabama.
I have 1 kid in each branch of the military, but I'm Command Central.
I'm a father of 4. My wife's currently deployed in Iraq.
Why military families choose Verizon.
I talk to my wife at least once a day, even though she's on the other side of the world.
They get a special rate on unlimited plans that they can mix and match.
Them being able to connect with me means everything.
And they also get a year of Amazon Prime on us, featuring Tom Clancy's Jack Ryan, because the network more people rely on gives you more. That's Verizon.
For 5-star backyards, Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have this yellow tag, you don't want it.
Give the ball up and over and in, I believe. Touchdown! Touchdown, Auburn!
Bo was a talent that gave us a chance.
The winner is, from Auburn University, Bo Jackson.
In 1985, Auburn played host to number 4 Florida State in a battle that can be compared to a Wild West shootout. Bo Jackson's 54-yard touchdown early in the first quarter was a fitting indication of what was to come. Both teams had offensive outbursts and entered halftime tied at 17. In the third quarter, a 1-yard touchdown run by Brent Fullwood gave Auburn the lead.
Auburn-Florida State game in 1985 was an unusual football game. They were very good. We were very good. And the score, 59-37, is really not indicative of the game. I think the game was tied or close to it going into the fourth quarter. And then all of a sudden, the 17-17, I think, then Auburn just blew them open.
4 different players scored as Auburn put up 28 unanswered points to win 56-27 over the Seminoles.
Bo Jackson had a great day running the ball, great day, as you would expect. But in the end, Florida State had a fumble or two and began to throw some interceptions. And what was a close game wound up being a rout. But Bo, as always, had another great day. And he always played well against Florida State for some reason.
Much like the Ole Miss game the week before, Bo was the workhorse for the Tigers. In his second straight game with 30 or more carries, Bo accounted for 176 yards on the ground.
Florida State was very, very good in '85, and here again, we wouldn't have won the game without Bo Jackson, because you had to allow for Bo, and I think he still had almost 200 yards rushing in the game.
Just like your favorite mascot, Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Alabama works hard behind the scenes. Proud sponsor of the Tide and Tigers.
You may know Auburn, but do you really know Auburn? We work hard, dream big, and soar past today's limits to the possibilities of tomorrow. Auburn, if you thought you knew us, think again. War Eagle.
Tiger Walk, often imitated, never duplicated, where thousands come together, their passion and pride uniting into one mighty roar. We are Auburn, and you are in for a fight. Ford has a tradition too, building the best-selling truck 42 years straight.
For great offers on the official truck of the Auburn Tigers, visit your local Ford dealer today. War Eagle.
For 5-star backyards, Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have this yellow tag, You don't want it.
Got to stick it in the end zone.
Kickoff with Igbenogany and Hill deep. Igbenogany 2 yards deep will bring it out across the 15-yard line. Noah gets to the outside 25-30. He's to the 40 and out of bounds. A great return by Noah Igbenogany for the Tigers. 1st and 10 from the 25. A man in motion is Stove. The handoff goes to DJ Williams right up the middle. Makes a man fall down. He gets to the 15-yard line. He ran over somebody right up the middle. That was Willie Hibbler. Stove, the man in motion. Nix turns, he hands it off to DJ Williams inside the 5, he's to the goal line, and he's shy of the goal line, he's down to the 1. 1st and goal for Auburn from the 1-yard line. Back to the line of scrimmage. Nix out of the gun, hands the ball to DJ Williams, he stood up, no, it's Nix, around the right side, and he's in for the touchdown. Tailbacks right and left. The first man through is Connor. Oh, and he's taken down on the play. 3rd and 1 for the Tigers. Handoff, DJ Williams has a big hole, gets down to the 25-yard line and a 1st down. 5 yards on the carry for the Tigers. Snap is down, the kick by Carlson is on the way, and this kick is good. On 1st down, Plumlee pitches to Ely, hit behind the line of scrimmage, and he goes down at the 50-yard line. 3rd and 8 from the Auburn 27. They blitz. Nix throws it. Slip screen, it goes to Seth Williams. And Seth Williams gets across the 35-yard line, out to the 38-yard line, and an Auburn 1st down. Trips to the short side of the field for Ole Miss. Plumlee from the shotgun. Gets some pressure. With big-time pressure, running away from Big Cat Bryant. Running away from Papo, throws it on the run, and it's picked off by the Tigers. Christian Tutt with the interception down the sideline, and Tutt may go the distance. Tutt down to the 20 and taken down, and the game is over. Christian Tutt with the interception.
20-14 win for the Tigers tonight, Coach. We just took a look at the second half highlights, and Ole Miss has a chance late. The missed field goal gives Ole Miss an opportunity down by 6 to try and drive it down the field.
Yeah, they sure did, and give them credit. Like I said, I think that quarterback's phenomenal with his legs, and he made a couple good throws on that last drive too. But our defense rose to the occasion again and did a good job of stopping them. We had the interception to end the game, and just a great play by our defense.
Talked about a couple guys that you did not have. As a matter of fact, 2 of your captains were in street clothes for this one tonight. Jeremiah Denson with the virus. I understand that Marlon Davidson's back. He went through pregame warmups, wasn't able to go for you tonight. So that's a game time decision, and you're losing one of your leaders right there.
Yeah, that's 2 great players and 2 of our leaders, and so obviously that concerns you. But we had other guys step up, and just real proud of our team. There's a lot of distractions and everything this past week. Our guys came out and beat a quality opponent on their home field, and we've got an off week now, which it couldn't come at a better time. We need to heal up. I mean, it's been a physical stretch these last 3 games, and so really it's a great time for the off week and get prepared for that final run.
We've seen teams go to the short pass against Auburn. I thought you employed that against Ole Miss tonight, Coach.
Yeah, we really felt like there were some opportunities to get us in pace with some short passes, strategic, and I thought we did a good job of executing it, and then we got us in pace, and we had some good tempo going in that first half.
We talked about the career night that Bo Nix had, also a career night in yards, I believe, and certainly in receptions for Anthony Schwartz.
Yeah. Schwartz, he's a dynamic player. We're trying every way to get him the ball. He had a big 3rd down conversion, at the end right there. I thought was good. And, he's a dynamic player. When he's on the field, he opens other people up. The defense was constantly pointing him out. And so I thought he had a really good night.
Back to wrap things up when we return on the Auburn Football Review, presented by Toyota.
The Auburn Football Review is presented by Verizon. One family, many unlimited plans. And by Toyota. Let's go places.
You may know Auburn, but do you really know Auburn? We work hard, dream big, and soar past today's limits to the possibilities of tomorrow. Auburn, if you thought you knew us, think again. War Eagle.
For 5-star backyards, Yellowwood brand pressure treated pine. If it doesn't have this yellow tag, you don't want it.
Just like your favorite mascot, Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Alabama works hard behind the scenes. Proud sponsor of the Tide and Tigers.
From the moment senior guard Marquel Harrell stepped on campus, he knew Auburn was the place for him.
Man, it was just a family atmosphere, man. Like, and people don't realize until like you're actually here, like it's a big old family. And it's like my first time coming here, I was like, man, this is where I wanted to go. And at the time, I didn't even have an offer from Auburn. I had an offer from everybody else around the SEC, and I had visited a few places. But like once I got here and stepped foot on campus, and just was like around everybody, I was like, yeah, man, this is where I wanted to go. And then when the offer came, I made sure to go ahead and accept and then come here.
A consistent member of the SEC Academic Honor Roll, Harrell and his family put a high value on education.
Academics is important to me because like my parents instilled that in me at a very young age. Like when elementary school, like my parents used to like make me and my siblings sit at the table and do our homework all at once. And like we had like during the summertime, we had like to read a few books at a time, write summers on it. Because my parents always said that they weren't gonna raise like any dumb children. So like they just always focused on like academics because it was like at the end of the day, sports can be taken away from you in a matter of seconds, but your education will last forever. That's something that they want. Nobody will ever be able to take away from like a diploma or a degree or anything of that nature. But I got my first bachelor's in exercise science, and then I'm working on the second bachelor's in nutrition. And like just trying to get as much as done before I leave Auburn.
On the field, Harrell waited for his opportunity. He improved in practice, learning from his teammates and coaches.
It was just good, like coming in my red shirt year, just learning from those guys, just like Sean Coleman, Avery Young, Alex Kozan, Devontae Danzy, like all those guys, Austin Golson, and like just learning and just soaking up the game from them, and then just applying it to my own self. Like I can't explain like how it's feel career-wise, because like I faced a lot of adversity being here, you know, like coming from a position where I wasn't starting halfway through the season, and next thing you know, I'm a starter, and like I've been a starter ever since. So like it's just been a great experience just being here. It's a lot of like things that go into like my whole career here at Auburn, but now Coach Grimes recruited me, and then Coach Grimes ended up coming back and like just seeing my growth as a player, like the development on and off the field, like he played a major role and played a major factor in the way he's better.
Harrell made it into the starting lineup midway through the 2017 season, and he hasn't looked back.
At first it was shell shock because like going into my redshirt sophomore year, like I had on the intentions of starting, going into fall camp, I had an injury which pushed me back. So like then I was like sad about the situation, but then my parents told me like I either had two options. I can sit around and you know, mope around and like lose and miss out on days, or you can like just grow up and deal with the things that you have to deal with. You just play the cards that you dealt. And so like just continue to like work every day, continue to try, and just keep getting better every single day at something. And then next thing you know, like when it was my time, my opportunity to show, I showed up and I performed.
Just like your favorite mascot, Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Alabama works hard behind the scenes. Proud sponsor of the Tide and Tigers.
Hey, I'm Jamie Johnson. When we reach the age of 18, voting becomes our civic duty. But what if it was our job? We wouldn't be so quick to call in sick or go back home if the lines were too long, or just dismiss the idea altogether. Elections are also how we collectively write the song that tells our story, and voting is our solitary voice. So register to vote and go get your government-issued photo ID and add your voice to the song of Alabama.
You may know Auburn, but do you really know Auburn? We work hard, dream big, and soar past today's limits to the possibilities of tomorrow. Auburn, if you thought you knew us, think again. War Eagle.
Good lunch.
Lease a new 2019 Toyota Tacoma SR5 for just $199 a month for 36 months. Power runs in the family. Toyota, let's go places.
(20-14) the final score. Auburn beats Ole Miss. Now, Coach, into your off week. How do you approach that with 3 big games coming up, including your 2 big rivals in Georgia and Alabama?
Well, we're going to give them off day tomorrow. We're going to let them sleep late, go to church, whatever they need to do. We'll come back Monday and we'll watch some film and then have a little team activity. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday we'll practice and give us a little head start on our opponent coming up, which is good. But we're going to do some treatment and we're going to do some healing up. And it'll be good for our coaches too, you know, to kind of step back and then really have 2 weeks to prepare for our next opponent.
This late in the season, you get a bye week like this, that off week, and that healing part is just so important at this point.
It really is. You know, we're pretty banged up coming in this one. I mean, that LSU game was one physical dude, and so we were really smart with our guys and, you know, strategic, and they came out and fought their guts out again. And like I said, we're really happy to get that win and beat a quality opponent.
Congratulations on this one, War Eagle. War Eagle. Tigers coach Gus Malzahn, I'm Andy Bertram. This has been the Auburn Football Review, presented by Toyota.